Hi, I'm Mikhailenko. I'm a CSCS and I'm currently doing my master's in sports science and rehabilitation. My bachelor's were in exercise science and sports medicine and fitness technologies. So basically, like everybody else, I'm pretty much limited to where I can go and what I can do, stuck in my house. And since all my kids are home, I'm basically stuck in my room to work on my work and work out, and pretty much everything is happening here in this small space. Additionally, a lot of my equipment got locked into my work when the gym closed. So I have really limited exercise equipment, and so do a lot of people. So I started getting a few questions from friends and whatnot, and I decided to keep going with it because it gives me a daily lesson to give and an application for my studies. So today I worked on my back, and it actually felt good. All I have access to is this one barbell, and I found two weights, so it's about 45 pounds, and most of my other equipment is about 20 pounds. So again, pretty limited. I have a couple of my bands. So major muscle groups. We can take our barbell, come over here, and you can do rows here. I recommend that you start with about 8 or 10 if you're female, 6 to 8 if you're male. Okay, you want to keep row up with the elbows, down with the hands. Up with the elbows, down with the hands. And every week you want to increase by 2 repetitions, or maybe every 2 weeks you want to increase by a set. Okay, so again, a lot of us don't have very heavy equipment while we're home. So you want to go for it with repetitions to increase the intensity or the range of motion. So we can also take, after we did a bent row, we can take either a kettlebell or we can take the barbell, and we can come up here and we can do a high pull or high row, depending. Okay, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. So if I want to do that with the barbell, I'm going to put my hands in a comfortable space, and again, the elbows come up, the hands go down. The elbows come up, hands down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. So if I'm starting this and I'm not real accustomed to working out much, I'm going to start with 2 or 3 sets. If I had been working out, and like me, this is about like half. I'm usually using an 80-pound easy bar for my bent rows. I'm going to start with like 4 or 5 sets, but keep around 12 repetitions. So you have to play with that a little bit because we keep on being home, and then after a time we keep on doing bodyweight workouts. We need to be creative. All right, so we did some major muscle groups. Let's say I did 12 repetitions, 4 sets, both a bent row, both a high row. So now I can do some one-armed work. So I did have access to a couple bands. I'm going to actually use my body as an anchor. That's one of the issues I have in this particular house, is I don't have a lot of places I can attach any sort of anchor for weight-bearing equipment. So I don't want to be hanging off my own walls or ceiling, because it would just all fall out of the wall and I could injure myself. Some other people are luckier. I've seen some people with really amazing good gym setups in their garages. Again, I didn't have that. So palm up into your band across your body, and we're going to reach up. This is called a sword. So now we're working on rotating our scapula downward. Good posture. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. So I always want to be even. Do both sides, of course. Cross, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And again, I'm just doing 8 for demonstration. I started with 12, so I would probably, and 4 sets, so I would build up to 15 after 2 repetitions of this complete workout, and then follow up with adding another set. So I do 5 sets and maybe go back to 10 or 12, depending on if I can find some more weights in the garage. I hope I can. So after I've done some swords, I want to come up in another plane of motion. I want to come here, and I want to do one arm rows here. And if I have something, like I have my vanity here, I can use that to brace myself, or the bed frame, or the dresser. 6, 7, 8. Make sure to change sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So again, you want to do the same amount of sets as you did everything else. Make sure you're writing down what you're doing and tracking your progress every week so that you're increasing either repetitions, weight, or sets, depending on what you have available to you. And again, I talked about it maybe a couple days ago. You can decrease the range of motion so that you get that anaerobic effect on the type 1 muscle fibers there, so that they increase in size and create fatigue resistance. So that's another way to increase the intensity. And that's, I think, what we're all a little bit working on while we're working out at home. Okay, so we've done low rows. You're going to do as many sets you do. A high pull. We've done swords here, both sides. We've done one arm rows here. And now we can go into a little accessory work. I had bands. If you have dumbbells, this works exactly the same. And again, that plays on that partial range of motion we worked on the other day. Starting at the top, you want to only go halfway down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And immediately, keeping tension in the bands if you're holding bands, or again, thumbs out if you're holding dumbbells. External rotation. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. So I like to finish off with a little bit of full range of motion after I've done my sets and repetitions of this exercise, because it's easy. And I usually do half. So if I did 4 sets, I'll only do 2. If I did 5 or 6, I'll probably do 3 sets. Just take a nice easy weight, some bicep curls. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And for example, today I just did 3 sets of that, 12 repetitions, just to get a little bit of, I don't know, a little bit of good feeling, a little bit of weight on me. So you always want to stretch out, pulling forward, opening up the chest, stretching out the arms. Want to take some circles. Both arms, of course. Open and close. Chin to chest, touch your toes, tail up, and your knees roll up. And any other stretches that you feel like you might need.